Hey guys, it's Dev, and today I'm going to show you how to do something for once. And yes, it is the photo video that I talked about in the previous video, so yeah, let's get into it, all on how to do it on your mobile phone. Hey guys, so now we're on my phone, which is a pretty cool thing, but yeah, the first thing, and I know this looks weird because it's in portrait mode, but it's not the point about the video, it's just you need these apps. So the first thing you need is Lightroom CC. It's here on the left side of the screen, kind of in the middle at the bottom. So we'll open that, and as you can see, I already have a photo open. Now I am prepared for this, and this is supposed to be a very quick video, and I know it's a photo of my car, and a lot of people complain about me posting too much about my car, but I freaking love this car. But I'm going to show you how to turn this into something quite amazing. So the first thing that I usually do is, like, obviously you first worry about the exposure, the contrast, the highlights, the shadows, and the whites. So in this case, because it's a car, it has sharp lines, I want to turn the contrast up a fair bit. But as you can see, it does darken the shadows and stuff a lot, and you don't want to overdo that because then it will hide some detail that you want to keep. So the next thing I usually do, like if you want to bring out the skies, like you can see it's pretty white, then you turn down the highlights totally and you'll start to see some clouds. But in this case, there aren't much clouds, so I'll just turn that back up and a bit down so I see a better reflection in the car itself. Now the next thing is the shadows. As you can see, like it just darkens the shadows a lot, and that kind of hides the wheels, so I don't want to go overboard with that. And the next thing, whites, also do the same thing with the sky kind of, but not as aggressive, so you can turn that all the way down to get the like clouds and stuff that you want, but in this case I just want to get nice reflections. So as you can see, it's like a pretty dark, eerie reflection already. You can see the railroad's kind of like this orange color, and that's pretty cool. So the last slider we haven't really touched is the blacks. Now the blacks obviously make the blacks darker, so as you can see, that's what it does. Turn it all the way up, I can see the wheels clearly, and the photo looks like I didn't edit it. So then this I usually turn down a bit depending on the photo, but in this case I'll also turn it down a fair bit. So the next thing you want to worry about is the temperature, but I don't use any of this. Like for basic editing, like if I want to make black and white, saturation down, or there is actually a button up here that's B and W. If you click that, it also makes it black and white, but we don't want black and white in this case, so yeah. The next thing I usually do is I go into mix. Now it gives you this whole range of colors you can play with. You can desaturate, resaturate, or even change them. So I can see there's a lot of green, but it's kind of like this weird green, like with a lot of yellow and orange mixed into it. So in this case, I want the greens to be very saturated. So I turn the saturation up, and you can bring up the luminance, but as you can see, it doesn't do much because most of the green is covered by yellow. So then in this case, what I would do is I'd take the yellow colors and I'd slide them to green, and you can see that made a pretty big difference there in the background. I'd saturate them a fair bit and illuminate. That's a bit much in my opinion, but let's saturate this to give it kind of a teal feeling. So yeah, as you can see, I made the background a lot greener, and most people will say this is cheating, but this is all information that you're just changing the saturation of certain things. So the next thing that I see is there's like this blue tint on the car itself, and I do not want that at all. So I'll go to the blue color. If I desaturate that, it takes off all the blue off the car, but I don't want to take off everything, just most of it, so it's not as prominent. And already you can see a big difference. Now the next thing I usually do, because this is about, like you can see the back of the car, obviously there's a red taillight, and I'll usually saturate the reds a fair bit to get that taillight to pop a fair bit more. You can do the luminance to make it look even more sharp. In this case, 100 to 100 looks pretty damn cool in my opinion. So yeah, the next thing I can see is like the yellow stripe is an odd color now, but it's not the end of the world. I want to take out these orange ugly colors that I can see on the wall. And yeah, as you can see, like this is basic editing. I just played with the colors and stuff a bit. So this is what the photo looked like, and this is what I made it look like. So it's a pretty big difference, and it looks pretty cool. So yeah, I guess that is basically how I edit my photos. Like yeah, and another thing you can do is like clarity is a very strong thing you can use, but as you can see, it makes it look even more dramatic. I've used this in some of my photos, especially if you have like a texture, like a wall or a road or something. You can also turn it down to give it this fluffy feeling, but I don't really like that. I'd like the sharper feeling a fair bit more. You can also do a vignette. Most of you know what a vignette is, but going overboard with it is a bad thing. So just a little bit of a vignette will make a massive difference, because now you can see the cloud. But in this case, because we edited pretty hard, it kind of screws around. So I'll just turn that off. No, that's not what I want to do. So yeah, you can see the phone now, well, not the phone, but the car. Quite a big difference from photo beginning to photo end. But yeah, that's how I edit my photos, and I hope you guys enjoy. So yeah, that's how I edit my photos. You can call it cheating or whatever, but even the best photographers do it. Do you think they really take the photos the way they look? No, they edit them to look that way. That's how most photographers get their Instagram pages to, like, all the photos look pretty similar because they edit in this way. They play with the colors, they remove the ones they don't want. And I've also done this, like if you look on my Instagram page, the three posts next to each other, they're usually the same. They kind of look the same. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the video, would like to see more like this, please like, comment and subscribe. And this has been Dev, and I'm out.